we meet again, everybody. This is KYN, and welcome back to my Let's Play on Lemmings Halloween 2017. So, I just succeeded in solving the final low off camera. Now, this goes against my practice of normally having two attempts, or rather two video attempts at the same low if I'm not able to solve it in the first video. But yeah, I kind of figure if the path that I was trying to get to work is the intended solution, then it's probably going to require a lot of fiddliness. And so because of that, I decided it's probably not worth it just to like record another attempt at the level, and only to see myself, only for you guys to keep seeing me fail over and over, yeah, for like a long time. But in any case, yeah, barring any easy solution that I might have missed completely, yeah, I am very, very curious as to whether this is the intended solution or not. And I have saved the replay just in case it takes me a long time. Because normally what I do is, rather than load up the replay of the solution, I just simply attempt to manually recreate it by hand. And so, yeah, I just saved the replay just in case it just takes me too long. Yeah, and if that's the case, then I'll just simply load the replay. Yeah, if it's just taking longer than it needs to. But for this one, I'm going to try and attempt to recreate the solution. So, in any case, let's go ahead and get into Let's Play now. So, here's the final low of the pack, which I couldn't solve the last time. Trick or Treat 20, the Belly of the Beast. So, we have 50 lemmings and we need to save 47 of them. Okay, so pretty much the way it goes is that we will do exactly what I did before. So, we will just build to the left, and then the one that goes out to the left, we're just going to go ahead and stone, so that everyone turns back to the right. Okay, and then I'll let him walk for a bit before stoning. And then immediately upon turning around, go ahead and build up again. Alrighty, and then this has to be done at a specific distance, I believe. Yeah, you want to get as much width covered as possible, so that you can bomb, and then drop into the hole over here. Okay, now, I don't exactly remember which lemming I started bashing with, but let's go ahead and max out the release rate here. And then, yeah, maybe we can try bashing with him. And then, using this constant flow lemmings are coming in, we're going to go ahead and mine at a specific spot here. Yeah, and he's going to be essentially one of them that's up ahead of the basher. Yeah, I believe that was it. So what's going to happen is that this miner is going to lower down the basher so that he avoids hitting the steel. Yeah, so he's going to go on ahead, but everyone else will, now that the tunnel's deep enough, they're going to keep walking back and forth between this basher tunnel and this miner tunnel that's being made. And then we're going to go ahead and have everybody collecting in here in this very tightly knit spot. So we're just going to wait until that happens. And then once that happens, we're going to go ahead and pretty much start bashing at the lowest spot possible here. Because there's essentially only 2 pixels before that they can walk in, before they turn around. So, in this way, everybody is just in this tightly knit group. Yeah, while the basher is going, they're not going to separate in any way. And then this lone lemming that just hit the steel and turned around, yeah, he's coming in, which he just did. And so, while this basher tunnel is going, this is going to essentially separate the distance even more between this tightly knit group and this lone lemming. So, what's going to happen is that once this basher's far enough, we're going to go ahead and interrupt him mid-stroke with the builder, allowing this lone lemming to go on ahead to build a staircase to the exit before the others arrive. So as you can see, this is way more than enough time. And there you go. That's how you solve the low. But the thing I am very, very curious about, though, is I definitely wonder if this is the intended solution. Because, yeah, it just definitely requires a lot of pixel precision and some fiddliness in order to find the right timing and space to get this to happen. But in all fairness, though, I do not know of any other way to solve the low. Because if you try taking the lower route, yeah, I don't think it's possible to like get all the way to the other side. Okay, so with the completion of Trick or Treat 20, that brings us back to the first low, which is Trick or Treat 1. So yes, I'm pretty much just going to be saying what I said many times throughout the LP, and that is, yeah, I actually enjoyed this pack. This was pretty good. Um, Granted, the lows are harder than I thought they would, but as I've already told Raymani, that is not a problem with me at all because I love challenging on hard lows in Lemmings, and these lows definitely fit that criteria for me. Some of these did require me to think long and hard, but yeah, eventually I was able to get through them. And so with this, this is pretty much another low pack finished, and this definitely earns a spot on my favorite low packs of all time. And so I can definitely highly recommend others to play this pack. Just be warned that it's not an easy pack by any means, though, despite being only 20 lows. Um, his first pack, his first see, I can not speak today. His first pack, Ray Lems, it was challenging in some ways, but unlike this pack, yeah, it had 2 ranks, I believe. But I don't remember how many lows there were in each rank. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I played the pack. But that one is for old formats, Neo Lemmings. Yeah, it's not for new formats, like Lemmings Halloween 2017 is. But yeah, I think I remember Ray Lems being pretty good as well. So I think pretty much what I would do is that I would also try to record my solutions to the pack as well, since I do have my replays saved, I think. And so it would just be a simple matter of like basically basically me just running my replays over them. But in any case, yeah, before I do end this video, let's go ahead and go over the lows one last time here. So Trick or Treat 1, yeah, a pretty nice lows to start out the pack, but yeah, it already starts out pretty hard, yeah. So I will probably have to echo some of the feedback that I've heard for the first low, and which is yeah, it definitely already starts off high in difficulty. So despite the fact that it's a very minimal skill set, and the solution is very obvious, you just need to find the right timing and space to get the solution to work out. And a Trick or Treat 2, yeah, again, solution is very obvious, but getting it to work is extremely difficult, especially given the 99 release rate. And the fact that you cannot assign any lemming a builder more than once. Yeah, they can only get a builder a maximum of once, one time. But yeah, it's another good load. It's just very fiddly in the execution, or rather, it can be. Trick or Treat 3, yeah, this one was pretty easy. Yeah, this one was absolutely no problem. And as my solution has showed, it is possible to solve the load without using the build. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I cannot talk today. It is possible to solve the load without using the walker or the blocker. But I'm pretty sure those are just used to like ease the execution, though. Trick or Treat 4, pretty good level here. It reminds me of some level in Lemmings War 2, I believe, because I believe Strato did a similar thing. I think one of them might have been in the groupie rank, and there was probably like at least one in one of the main ranks, but I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, and I believe it happened to be in the in that snow tile set. And by snow, that I believe that one is Raymani's tile set. So I think I remember that. So maybe that's another thing I should bring up, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, after I go through the lows here. Trick or Treat 5. This was a pretty good one. This one, yeah, it was just a matter of me just hastily coming to the wrong conclusion. Yeah, with the minor. But the minor is pretty much the most critical here. You have to place it correctly, or you're not going to get the low solved. Yeah, and pretty much a pixel here does make a huge difference. Trick or Treat 6. This one was somewhat difficult, but interestingly enough, I did not struggle with this one as much as one of the LPer does back. Yeah, it is a pretty good load though. But yeah, I'm pretty sure with some good timing, yeah, I'd be able to. Well, actually, no. There's actually an easier way that I just thought up of. Yeah, while yeah, thinking about this load after I solved it. Yeah, pretty much after mining the blocker free, you can pretty much just use the builder to stop the miner. Yeah, and then I believe that should be enough time to for the worker to build over the gap in time before the others arrive. And then Trick or Treat 7, yeah, this one was pretty difficult. For the first low, using Gronkling's Menacing Tile set in the pack. This one was pretty difficult. Yeah, it may seem that you have plenty of fencers and builders, but they run out pretty fast. And it's not easy finding the route into the low as well. Yeah, there might have been an easier solution than the one that I used, though. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty curious as to how some of the others might have solved this one. Trick or Treat A, yeah, this one wasn't too bad. I do love the sense of urgency of rescuing the hatch as quickly as you can, though, because uh, 20 floors may seem like a lot, but yeah, due to the release rate, yeah, it actually and so they end up being used far quicker than you think. But it's a pretty good low. Yeah, I really like the puzzle and when the solution all came together. Trick or Treat 9, yeah, this one was somewhat difficult. And as it turns out, yeah, definitely I could have made it a bit easier with the blocker placement. Yeah, so for example, rather than blocking before the builder staircase, yeah, I could have just done it after the staircase. Yeah, maybe like one of the lemmings coming back to the right. Yeah, basically block before walking into the trap there. But pretty nice level there, though. Trick or Treat 10. This one was deceivingly difficult. It may seem like you have a lot of builders and platformers available, but you actually do not. And also figuring out the best way to go through the inner part of the low, yeah, was pretty hard as well. And I believe that I've also stated it as well, but it was not easy to see how many builders you actually need to get over the top. But even then, yeah, this one was a pretty decent challenge. Trick or Treat Alone, definitely one of my favorites of the pack. Yeah, this definitely had some Chips Challenge vibes to it. It definitely reminds me of an early low from that game where, yeah, basically there are these things behind these one-way force fields. Yeah, they're basically like green-black with the arrows indicating the direction. And it's pretty similar here, yeah, with the one-way force fields too. So it definitely reminds me of an early low in that game. It might be called Elementary, but I don't remember what the low title is called though. Yeah, for those of you who might be familiar with the game. And you might even know which low I'm talking about as well. But yeah, Trick or Treat Alone was pretty good. I really loved it. Yeah, it was very fun to figure out how to go about the low and solving it. So I had an absolute blast. Yeah, playing it. Trick or Treat 12. Yeah, it may be a very small low, but it's actually deceivingly difficult. And yeah, as it turns out, yeah, I believe another solution I saw does not go to the far right at all. But in any case, yeah, it's nice to know that there are variations. Trick or Treat 13, yeah, there's nothing really to this level. Just got to make sure you time your building correctly over the gap so that you do not get infected by any zombies that fall through the entrances. But it's a pretty nice one, though. Yeah, pretty nice 2 lemon level here. Trick or Treat 14. This one was pretty difficult, but I think as I have later found out, there are probably some things that I could have made much easier here. Such as where to use the digger and the bomber, for example, which I still would say were probably the most difficult skills to see and see how to use here. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting design, despite being pretty minimal. But at least the inner parts, yeah, it's pretty like involved, I guess. Or yeah, or at least the best way I can put it. Yeah, I tend not to be pretty good at words. Yeah, at least I have when it comes to like English. Yeah, that hasn't really always been my forte. Yeah, why do you suppose I studied mathematics when I was at university/college? Trick or Treat 15. This one was a pretty good one. Yeah, I love the fact that the skill set is 2 of everything in 6 skill types, and the main challenge is just figuring out how to avoid the zombie horde and getting through the level with a very limited skill set. So normally zombie lows had the tendency to annoy me, but yeah, I have seen a lot of pretty good zombie lows as well. So I don't like completely hate them, yeah, but like it's like I said, they do have a tendency to annoy me. Yeah, especially because sometimes I just simply find a solution that just involves a lot of fiddliness and timing. But yeah, this one wasn't too bad. Yeah, this one was actually pretty good. at least the solution I came up with, yeah, I said, yeah, it's actually not that messy at all. Trick or Treat 16, this one was an extremely quick solve. As a matter of fact, this was probably the fastest solve in the entire pack for me. Yeah, it was like literally done in about a minute / a minute and a half. Trick or Treat 17, nothing to this, just need to observe where the lemmings go through the cracks / gaps, and then just directing towards the exit as needed with the stoner skill. But other than that, it's a pretty decent stoners only puzzle. And then Trick or Treat 18, yeah, I would definitely agree that this is a pretty hard one. And I actually remember incorrectly. Yeah, this was the low where whether another LPer could not solve this after one video. But yeah, I could definitely see why though. Yeah, I would definitely agree that it's a pretty hard one. But once you realize what needs to happen, yeah, then it's a pretty good one. Yeah, I somewhat enjoyed this. Just also need to find the good timing and everything. But solution I would say is pretty iconic here. And then Trick or Treat 19, yeah, this one wasn't as bad as I thought. Though, yeah, it seems that I had missed a much easier solution, especially in regards to getting over the first obstacle, for example. So I think it wasn't really like necessary to like use a builder there, for example. But in any case, yeah, once again, there seems to be multiple ways to get through it. But I still wouldn't say that it's an easy load though. It will probably like tie with the previous low as well in difficulty. And then finally, Trick or Treat 20, yeah, the final low. Yeah, this one was a pretty hard one to figure out. Yeah, again, so it seems that I nearly had the solution. It's just that there were some parts that I didn't do correctly, so that it just led to the mess, and therefore didn't allow me to bridge the gap to the exit before anyone arrived. Because other than the two stoners and the bomber, yeah, you cannot lose anyone else. Yeah, you absolutely cannot lose anyone else. And it seems that that was critical with lowering the basher with the miner. And then, so that you have the necessary time and spacing to allow you to build to the exit before anyone gets into danger. But yeah, so there you go. That's Lemmings Halloween 2017. And again, as I said before, this was a pretty good. This is a pretty good pack, and I would definitely recommend it. Just be aware that it is not an easy pack at all, despite being only 20 lows. Yeah, and as I have also mentioned, yeah, it already starts off pretty difficult. Yeah, with the first low. Yeah, especially with the first two lows. Yeah, with how there's solution is obvious. Just getting the execution correctly was the main challenge. And also, yes, regarding the tile sets, yeah, I gotta say, I'm very, very impressed with the tile sets that I've seen from Raymani. If I am not mistaken, I believe Raymani is mostly a Licks player. Yeah, Licks is another like Lemmings like clone engine, I guess you can say. It is developed by a person who goes by the name of Simon on the Lemmings forums, and he could also correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Raymani, I mean, in that like I believe he used to have a lot of time to like for the multiplayer sessions, and so he doesn't play as much as he used to, but he still finds time to like join those sessions if he is able to. Um, Quite honestly, I don't exactly see myself uh, getting too much into Lex myself, but yeah, I may occasionally here and there, but I think for the most part, I'm just going to stick with like Neo Lemmings and all of that when it comes to like Lemmings. But yes, regarding Rimani's other tile sets, yeah, I gotta say I'm very very impressed with what he has come up with because they look extremely good. I especially love his food tile set. Yeah, that was probably my biggest favorite out of his tile sets. Although I really like the snow one as well. Yeah, at least I think it's called snow. Yeah, but yeah, the pieces do not resemble anything like that. The snow tile set for no more lemmings though. But yeah, I do like the looks and aesthetics of it. Um, and then are there any of those tile sets? Yes, I believe he had some others like sewers and what else did he come up with? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember if the clown circus one is one that he came up with. I think it was, yeah, because I read that huge pool, like basically huge bowl pool of water, And I think I remember it taking me by surprise too, because like I can definitely see how people can easily mistaken it for solid terrain. Um, but well, I guess it's just a simple matter of like familiarizing yourself with the tile sets, and then you just come to learn, yeah, what's solid, what isn't, what's background, what's steel, etc. Um, and yes, I also pointed this out too, but yeah, for the spooky tile set that we have seen throughout this LP, I would definitely add in a secondary animation for the trap, because the trap trigger looks very similar to some of the terrain pieces, and so yeah, it can be extremely difficult to tell, yeah, what's a trap and what isn't. Although if it's supposed to be like hidden in the ground, I can definitely understand that, since it is basically like a hand coming out from the ground to grab the lemmings and to like basically like mangle them or whatever. But yeah, for clarity purposes, yeah, I believe most players would definitely appreciate some kind of animation. Yeah, that basically gives it away that it's a trap. Um, and then I haven't had the question answered yet, but yes, if I am not mistaken, I believe Raymani also came up with the this armor sprite, and possibly the platformer sprite too. But yeah, I will ask, because I might have gotten some of these historical facts incorrectly. But yeah, he is quite the artist himself. Really impressive with the tile sets. Yeah, so I am definitely looking forward to recording my solutions to his Ray Limbs pack when the time comes for that. Maybe even start tomorrow or so, but I guess I'll see. Yeah, depending on how busy I am and if time allows. Um, but yes, this is Lemmings Halloween 2017. I definitely hope you enjoyed watching this LP at the pack. You've been watching since the beginning. I'm pretty sure Raymani has. Yeah, I guess he was just eagerly awaiting more LP videos of his pack. But yeah, once again, I will have to thank him for giving me a sub and follow on YouTube. And so it makes me pretty confident that he is getting notifications of when my videos are going up. And so therefore, I don't need to like ping him out Discord or whatever. But yes, this is Lemmings Halloween 2017, everybody. Thank you for watching the LP if you've been doing so. And I'll see you all around the Lemmings forums or wherever for future projects and LPs. Peace out, everybody.